Alright, this is my video for Sprint8 of the Centipede project, starting off with the HUD, or the HUD in the high score list. We look here in the HUD, inside this, the private menu initialize, there is the high scores, which will have the high scores, and then the associated score and the initials with it. For each one, it's set by a grid position that's turned into a position in the window that is used as this offset, which, since the grid is based off an origin in the middle and the glyphs are by the top left position, it just sets the right origin spot. And then for every glyph that we spawn, we call mushroom manager report block, which will spawn a block object at that location, which functions like a mushroom to block centipede. We go in here and look at it. The block is a derived class of the mushroom, which just overrides two functions, return status and return health. Return status is just used to return whether or not a mushroom is normal or poisoned, and return health just determines if a mushroom is damaged or not for the field region. And so in those functions, for return status, we just return true to always say that we're a normal mushroom, and return health always says return true to say that we are not damaged, so there will be no region. And then if we're looking at the player AI ship, there's now an FSM for the AI ship that has a move left and down, move left and up, move right and down, move right and up, which has the associated AI move state, AI offset array, and the AI move FSM. And then inside the actual player ship, for the blaster AI, we just update the position by the offsets of that move state, and anytime we go past one of the bounds, either the left or right or the bottom or the top, we will get the next move state based off our current move state. And then in the game manager, so there's two scenes, Centipede menu and Centipede 1 player. When the game starts, it launches into the menu, which initializes game manager with scene menu, the collision test pairs, and has to terminate for all the singletons. The game manager, when it spawns, will take in that scene value, will initialize the managers, and then depending on what scene it is, we'll start the function for the appropriate scene. So for menu, we would start and we would set the sound manager to off so that there's no sound, initialize the player, and the menu initialize and spawn the player. And then if the player dies, we call player death, which clear screen. We'll call field region in the mushroom field, and when the region is complete, it'll call back to region complete. And if it's the menu, we'll just cycle back and respawn player and start the wave again. Otherwise, if the player is out of lives, we clear screen, reset the player data, and we will change the scene to the Centipede menu and go back to the attractor mode. So if we look at this when we start it, so the high score text will spawn in the middle. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Doesn't look like, because there's a mushroom right there. Let's redo this again so he bounces off the text. So right there, when he hits the text, he goes straight down as he keeps colliding. And then the field region will go through each of the damaged mushrooms, but if I hit one, I can switch into one player mode. But if I run out of lives, I gotta wait for this fire. and launch back into the attractor mode at scene 1, and then from there you can press 1 and go back into single player mode like that.